Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am the one and only infamous Kentucky Yankee without a doubt. And I am continuing working on my Suzuki T500 Titan. I got the seat put together today. See there? A white seat for my Titan. I'm going to show you how all this came together. Before we get started, guys, everybody needs to know this is not a how-to. This is a how I do or how I did. I'm trying new things that I haven't tried before. I'm having fun doing it, and this is how it came out. Things are not professionally done. I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas on how you could do it and improve the way I do it, and just having a little fun working on a motorbike. I have just thrusted you, brethren, into the middle of this seat repair. I didn't record anything up till now. This seat was very rusty. You can see all the holes in the seat, in the metal pan. See all those holes? Cottage cheese, or I meant Swiss cheese. The seat cover itself was tore, and the little miceys have ruined, and I mean absolutely ruined the foam. If you look on the back here, it's got these little tabs. You guys know about these tabs that hold the seat cover on, you know, the fabric onto the metal. I am going to remove those and do something a little bit different. Yeah, a little straw fell down in the can, I think. That's why I'm having to hold it upside down. So in place of the metal clips on the seat pan that were there, I'm using this. It's like 5/16 by a ½ an inch. So my plan is to put this strip around the inside of this seat pan, see, like it is. And what I've done so far, just to try and get it into shape, is clamp it on there. Then I'm using a heat gun, you know, to heat it up a little bit so that maybe it'll keep its shape for me. See, running around here heating her up, letting it cool off. This is what I'm going to be using to glue it on. It's just windshield urethane, like what they install windshields with, because I thought, you know, the pan is metal, the piece is rubber, it kind of like windshield stuff, and this stuff is really tough and gonna be really messy to use. Don't ask me where I got this stuff, like this rubber or this urethane. Urethane you can get at the auto parts store. Where I got this stuff, I don't know, somewhere on the internet. Do I know what it's called? No, I don't. I think the primer, I think it's stuck to the primer a little. Primer wasn't quite dry. Look at that. Can you guys see? It held its shape nicely. That wasn't the best thing. You know, the primer should be dry. Shouldn't do it that way. I'm going to set it right here. Wear gloves. This is the nastiest stuff you will ever use in your entire life. You'll never get it off your hands. That's excessive amount right there, I think. It tells you what size bead to put on there. I mean, not for this, but for a windshield. It is now the next day, and this thing, look at it, very messy. But the good part about this deal is, look, it gets so hard, and I mean, this is on there. This works so good, it's so strong, but it really made a nasty mess of my seat under here. Look, for example, look at that corner right there. Let me zoom you right on in there. Look at that. Ah, man, dude, guy. Why'd you make such a mess of our seat? A very common thing I say, and it probably sounds like a broken record by now, is hindsight is 20/20. So what I would have done, looking back, is tape that off. I would have taped that seat off, front and back, and then you wouldn't have had all that mess. But this is all metal. It's kind of like a glorified Bondo. I'm using this to fill in these holes and stuff on this seat. There's the seat, all the all metal that I put on there and just cleaned it up really rough. That's good enough for this seat. You know, foam's gonna go over the top of it. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it. Sorry about the noise. My little woman's out there mowing the grass. Here's the back side of this seat. And if you look, it just kind of flowed, you know, into those holes, and I kind of left it like that. I'm happy with it like that. It should hold together. It's just a little better than what it was. Really probably should have been patched up, welded, but we're not going there. Urethane did not work as planned, so I put a bunch of screws in there, see, to hold that rubber on there, so I'll have something to staple the fabric to. I'm not impressed with the all metal at all. I think Mar glass would have worked just the same, Dynaglass, whatever you call it. You know, Bondo that's kind of like fiberglass with a kitty hair in it. This is the reason why I use urethane. Look here. I made this patch years and years and years ago with urethane on this tractor tire. Let me focus it. Look at that. And it's still in there. Years ago. So I thought that's why it would work with rubber. But it didn't. It didn't hold very good. My screws are sticking out a little bit. I wish I found some that had a flatter head. I'm limited on time, so went to the store and got these real quick. Anyways, I'm going to use this tape. Look, this goes around a window normally, and it's kind of rubberized. And then this metal or something, I don't know, aluminum foil type stuff. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it around here to kind of cover up those screw heads, and so that this edge isn't sharp, it doesn't tear up my new fabric. My hopes here are just to have a nice, smooth transition. You know, don't want a bunch of lumpy lumps going on. This should work, I think. I hope. Here's a brand new seat foam. Look at that. Seems to fit pretty decent. So I'm going to take this glue right here and spray it on there and glue it onto this metal pad. The back of this seat's kind of jacked up. It's not fitting quite right. So I got this old piece of foam here. Not the prettiest, but I think what I'm going to do is just put it on there and we'll shape it. So the first thing is just to glue it on. A little glue. Nice. Both sides. I don't like getting this stuff on me. There we go. Let her dry up a little bit and then we'll stick it on it. Now this is my little electric fish knife, fillet knife. Just gonna whack her off and cut it into shape. So there you go, a little patchwork done, and that'll work just fine, I believe. Next step is this stuff right here, some quilt batting, 100% polyester. Batting is installed. I trimmed her all up around the edges, left a little extra, and now a nice vapor barrier. This bag They make stuff for this. I forget what it's called, but look at here. This little thin bag will work perfectly, and what it'll do, it'll help to install the seat cover plus a little vapor barrier. Here's my new seat cover. It is custom made. I have a strap. I couldn't find a white one, so my father actually sewed this up for me, and I really do appreciate it. I think it's gonna look great. I'm headed outside with all this stuff to get on the ground where I can really, you know, pull and pry and do everything I gotta do. This is an electric stapler, and I'm using 3/8 staples. I also have 1/4 inch. I'm gonna try the 3/8 first. We'll see how it goes. I think 5/16 actually would have been my best choice, but I didn't get them. So there you have it, my white seat cover completed and installed on my little motorbike. I'm happy with it, looks pretty good. And hopefully it'll keep me a little cooler because it's white. That's the whole point of having it white. I thought a black one would get real hot. A white one will get hot, but maybe not as bad. By the way, the back part, see, it's smoothed out real nice. It's nice and smooth through there where we patched in that little foam. That's going to be it for this video, guys. One thing I would have done differently is those screws. The heads were real big and poofy on it, and when I went to grind them down, I was going to grind them down flat. That's why I thought, no big deal, I use these poofy screws. I went to grind them down flat, and it made them like loose, you know. They started to want to come out and be loose in the rubber, so I just said, just forget it, I'll just put that padding over it. And it left a little bit of a ripply look on the bottom of the seat. So that's my one regret. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with the seat. I mean, more time could have been spent, like I told you in the intro, more time could have been spent maybe welding and patching and professionally doing all this stuff, but I just don't have the time. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I hope you enjoy watching. I hope they give you ideas on how to work on your stuff. That's all I'm wanting to do here. And have some fun. We'll see you next time, guys.